winery is a family. My father, me and my brother, we are the third generation. Everything starts with my grandfather. So for us, okay, it's business, but it's a passion because wine is passion. We have finished the green cutting. So we take some, cut some flowers, some part of the vineyard, so the grape can take the sun. And another one is not all the vineyards, but from the vineyard for the Friuli romance, we are to put down the grape because we control the quantity per hectare. This is very important for the quality, and so there is the vineyards where we produce the Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon, all the wine that you have. We put down some grape, because normally the quantity per plant is around 1.8 kg, 2 kilo, not more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And after this, we wait for the harvest.
Okay.
We are waiting for it.
Today is a very sunny day, yes, and hot day, but maybe it's not comfortable for you, but it's very good for the grapes, yes.
No, but no, okay. Now I'm fine because another very nice things from our vineyards is that we are very near on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the breeze that arrive from the sea. And the moment I have like a few breeze that arrive from my back, so I feel well. And I have the glass of wine.
Yeah, yeah, it makes you feel much more comfortable.
Yeah. All the wine that your customer drink from my winery is a production from my winery. We don't need buy grape or wine. We are around 100 hectares,
Mm-hmm.
and all these hectares is in the DOC Doc Friuli Isonzo.
Mm-hmm.
The DOC Doc Friuli Isonzo take the name from the river Isonzo. That is a river very nice, very fresh and fantastic river. And he has in the past has to give us a very nice terroir.
Mm-hmm.
And so for this is very important. But Friuli Venezia Giulia is a wonderful region because here we are on 5 kilometers from the sea, and the other side we have the mountain. So it's a particular region with a particular terroir perfect for the white wine. And but you have to think that we are in the 43 parallel. That is a very important parallel for the quality of production of wine. So this is very important for us.
And one of your neighbors, yes, it's also very famous wine region. Last few years, I mean, the region of Collio and Colli Orientale.
Yeah.
And could you please compare in some way the climate of Collio with the climate of Isonzo?
The Collio is famous because it's in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit different to the terroir. We are more stones, and the Collio has ponca,
Mm-hmm.
and the temperature is a little bit different. They have more different from the day and from the night.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference is that the Collio, the Friuli wine is more fruity, and the nose is more have more very nice impact. And the Collio sometimes is more strong in the month because in the east they have not very high production, very low production, and so the wine is this is the big difference. We have some wine like the Sontium, where we put down a lot. Is our blend, the most important wine, and we put down the grape, and we produce here around 1 kilo, 1 kilo two per plant. So the quality change immediately. But the philosophy of Pinot Grigio of the Friuli Isonzo is more like the Feudo di Romance Pinot Grigio, where the wine is very fruity and the flower is some white flowers, yellow fruit, and the mouth is power, but is more, very a little bit around. So, and the alcohol is not very high, so it's a wine that you can drink more easy.
And what about red varieties? I mean, can I say that the climate, the weather in Isonzo is more comfortable for the red grapes?
We are more famous for the white, nothing to do. Our production is 75% of white wine. The red wine for us is very important. Normally, the red wine from Friuli is very fruity in this case, and particularly the Refosco, that is our indigenous wine. The problem is that, like, sometimes they have a little bit more acidity or higher acidity and the green tannin. For this, we use to put for 8 months, 1 year in barrique. A few in barrique, a few big barrel for take out this acidity. The same in the white wine. Some people say that prefer to drink the wine from Friuli 1 year later because they less a little bit the acidity. No?
And what can you say about Friuli Graf?
Okay, Grave is a very big area. I think that is a more for me is more easy wine than 90% of production. Not all the winery, because some winery they produce very high level quality. But normally was more production, more because their soil is very rich and they produce a lot. It's not only because the people would like to produce, but it's the soil that is very rich soil. Like Isonzo, like Collio Orientali, we have a lot of stone or sand, and you cannot produce a lot.
I want to ask you to tell us a little bit about the history of your winery.
Everything starts with my grandfather 60 years ago. He started with 2 hectares here in Doc Friuli Isonzo. He was original from Veneto, not from Friuli, and he moved from Veneto to Friuli for looking some place for produce wine. And my grandfather started with my father. The Azienda Agricola Lorenzon was Azienda Agricola Lorenzon Severino. That was the name of my grandfather. And my father was is a guy very strong, and they push a lot for improve the winery, and so now for this we have 100 hectares. And before, when we started, the production for the winery was wine for private client that coming with the tank, 5 liter, 10 liter. But in the 96, my father understood that was very important the quality for the future. And they started to change the vineyards from vineyards that was the production was around 10, 20 kilo per plant to Guyot. Guyot, you know, that is the production is very low. And the 96 start born the I Feudo di Romance line. That is our most important brand. We have 2 different brands, you know, that is Tenuta del Morer, that is the more easy fresh wine, and the Friuli Romance that is the most important for the quality, for the sensation that the wine give us. And after this, my brother is arrived in the winery, and he studied for enology, winemaker. So at the moment he is the winemaker, and the last I am the last, and now we are all together that we work in the winery. We have other 20 people that work with us, but it's important that some people work with us from 35 years, and so it's like a family. The last news is Sontium. Is a blend of 4 different wine, and this is the wine that me and my brother we like to do, because it's an expression that the Friuli zone so can do very high quality, and I have some news, but for the next year. That yeah, because we change a lot in the vineyard, because we have a couple we have the new system, and we do very light treatment. And the new vineyards is Piwi, that is bio resistant vineyards, where the treatment is maybe 3 or 4 in 1 year.
In 70s, in 80s, the quality of winemaking generally, I mean, was not very high. Yes, you told about tanks, about but as I can see, it's the same situation in the other wineries of the region. Yes.
So someone is stay on the old style, yeah.
Yeah. So, and can I say that that your winery, that your family is one of the first who starts to think about high quality wines of Friuli Isonzo?
Yes, I think that when it started, my father, they was in 2, 3, 4 winery, and they started all together. Was a good collaboration. For me, it's important the collaboration from with the other winery, because Friuli is very small, and it's important that we have a good collaboration. Everything starts from the vineyards. My grandfather say me, Nicola, if you have good grape, you could do good wine. If you don't have good grape, you can do something in the vineyard, in the cellar, but you cannot do the best one. And when is the harvest, we use only by hand. So the people that pick up the grape control the quality, and if there's some bunch that is not perfect, they don't pick up. And the grape arrive in the winery. We separate immediately the bunch, so we have not a problem for the green tannins from the skeleton of the bunch. Fermentation, we have a very slowly fermentation and control. And for this, because the fermentation it's important that start and finish. It's important that you have not some start and stop because in this case the quality of the wine not will be good. Uh, After the fermentation, the wine stay for 5 months on the yeast, and we move 2 times per week without oxygen. So you have maximum contact from the yeast, from the wine. This is perfect for relation of the quality of the sensation that wine, especially in some wine like the Malvasia, the Sauvignon, is very important. This all the wine do a small cold maturation before the fermentation. Sorry, I forgot without the Pinot Grigio that he do, but it's very short because you know that Pinot Grigio is a grape, a red grape. So if you do a long maturation, the wine it will take the red color,
Mhm.
and you can find in the market some rosé or Pinot Grigio, but we have not, we don't produce that.
Mhm.
About the red, from the vineyards is the same, harvest is the same. For the red wine, you have to take you put all together the ski with the most for the color and the tannins. In case we use a new method that is Ganymede method that don't use more pump, so you have not a problem because sometimes the mechanic can broke the pumps and there's extraction of green tannin, and so you have 24 hours the bubble that move everything, and so you have not more problem with the green tannin, and for this the wine is more round, more fruity, more comfortable to drinking.
Could you please tell a little bit about your sparkling wines because it's also a very interesting product.
Past, we produced only one that was the Pinot Brut and Moscato, sorry, too. We decided 10 years ago to start with some more wine and like the Ribolla Gialla that is very important because it's indigenous wine from Friuli Venezia Giulia. So uh, for the sparkling we use only, um, oh my God, Charmat. It's
Mhm.
not a traditional method, but it's a long Charmat. It's like 3, 4, sometimes 5 months. And
Mhm.
this is important for the quality of the bubble. I don't love the sparkling with the bubble very big. That is when you drink it is a little bit aggressive. I prefer very small. And in our style, the, this bubble is like a creamy. So when you put in the mouth, you drink it, you have this sensation in the mouth, and it's nice to drink it. It's a very nice wine for drinking, for aperitif, or for a lunch or for the dinner, but especially for aperitif.
Mhm.
And change everything with the quality. If you taste our sparkling now, you can feel quality and very professional wine.
The sparkling Ribolla Gialla is one of the most unique sparkling wines on Russian market because we don't have others Ribolla Gialla in sparkling style. Why did you decide to use this grape for the sparkling?
We have a good relationship with a guy from Veneto that give us some information. Veneto is a more important production for the sparkling. It's not it's stupid to start only because it's a lot of people that produce the Ribolla Gialla. When we are completely sure for the quality, we can start. And we taste 1 year, 2 years for the quality without to sell. We don't sell the wine. And when the second year I was sure for the quality, we decided to start.
Can you please tell us a little bit about the line Tenuta del Morer?
It's a two different philosophy. Feudi is more strong. The alcohol is a little bit higher. Is the Tenuta de Morer is more fresh, more easy, perfect for at the moment. is perfect the Tenuta del Morer because I am it's very hot temperature, and the Tenuta del Morer is very fresh. Tenuta del Morer for me is is a typical wine that you sit down with a friend and you open one bottle and you finish and you take another one. The difference is from the quantity per hectare that we produce. In the Tenuta del Morer, we produce around 2 kilo half. Remember that in Feudi is 1 kilo, 8 to 2 kilos, not more. And the area of production. The Tenuta del Morer, the terroir is more sand, is more gross, less soil. In the Feudi is more stones, so it's different the sensation that you take out.
You said that you use only your own vineyards, yes?
Yes, absolutely yes.
And all your
we
vineyards,
don't buy grapes.
and all your vineyards is located in one place, or it's separate plots?
Yes. No, it's in different place, and this is important because you know that I say that our land was built from the river Isonzo, that move in the years, and in the same dock Friuli zone, so you can find a lot of different microclimate and microterroir. We have the Traminer that we have. We produce in a place where is only sand. It's incredible. The Ribolla Gialla is in the stones, and the Pinot Grigio is another style of terroir. For this, and we have not all near on the winery, but we have around in the 10 kilometer around 10, 15 kilometer around the winery.
Not so far, yes.
No, it's very near. It is important this because when you do the harvest, it's important that the grape come back in the winery very fast. Then don't stay out because in the September you can have the day that is around 30 degrees. So the grape can start some micro fermentation that is very dangerous.
So, and can we say that because of diversity of different kind of soils that you have, you can choose the better place for each variety on your vineyards?
Yes, it was just in the past the collaboration with Vivai Rochedo. This is one of the most important producer of the plant, Barbatelle, and we started with a collaboration with my father. And they test the soil before, and speaking with these guys and decide which was the best grape to put. the terroir of Friuli Isonzo, especially the Malvasia. In the past, the name was Malvasia Istriana. Now we use only Malvasia, and is a wine that when you put it in the nose, you can feel the pepper, you can feel a lot of pepper, and in the month is a wine with good acidity and is clean a lot the month, so you can is perfect for the fish. The Refosco is our indigenous red wine, and is a wine that on the nose a little bit selvatic. So and the tannin is a perfect for clean the mouth from the fat. So it's perfect for a dinner or for the lunch when you have fat meat. Verduzzo is a sweet wine. My grandmother drink it every day, one glass for 90 years. Every day she drink a glass of Verduzzo, and it's a sweet, but it's not so it's not around Passito that is a lot sweet. So it's a wine that for me is perfect by the glass and drink in the summer is perfect for this. And the sugar is completely original from the grape. We don't put additional. Friulano is our historic wine, is our more important wine. In the past, the name was Tokai. In the Friulano, you can feel the terroir, the microclimate, the people. Because in Friuli, when you meet a friend, you say, okay, we can go to take a glass of wine. And 90% of the time, the glass of wine is a Friulano. On the nose, you can feel the almond and come back in the month. So it's a wine perfect for compare with prosciutto, salami, and for the aperitif is a perfect wine. The acidity is high, but not so aggressive. So it's not like the Ribolla where the acidity is more important. Pinot Nero is that we do 10 years ago to implant this vineyard. And because was normally the Pinot Nero, we speaking about France or Trentino to Adige, and we like to. I tasted one Pinot Nero from Friuli Venezia Giulia. I say, wow, it's wonderful, and was not easy. And for the 4 years we sell the grape because it was very difficult to understand what was the best time for the for pickup. But now is a wonderful wine that we sell from America to Russia, and for the quality, because it's different, completely different from the other Pinot Noir, where it's more minerality. Pinot Nero from Friuli is more fruity, especially has. It's a more fruity, fresh, and the tannin is not so aggressive, and the color is very light, so it's perfect color for Pinot Noir. Pinot Grigio is a wine that I know you can find from everywhere, from not everywhere in the Italy, but everywhere in the world. But the Pinot Grigio from Friuli Venezia Giulia is indication of the quality. If you taste, sometimes the people taste my Pinot Grigio and say, but you are sure that it's Pinot Grigio? Yes, because it's so nice, so elegant, so fruity, so power. And the Pinot Grigio, if you take care the vineyards, you have a very nice grape for do a very high quality Pinot Grigio. So if you have to taste or take a bottle of Pinot Grigio, take a bottle from Friuli, but maybe better if you have the romance. Sontium is a project from me and my brother, and I asked to my brother a high quality wine, and we decided to use 50% of Pinot Bianco that stay 8 months, 1 year in barrique, and the other 50% is Friulano, Malvasia, and Traminer, and stay all together on the yeast for 1 year. after this year, we bottling the wine, and we're waiting 1 year before to sell in the market. The wine is power, elegant. You can feel the minerality and the acidity of the Friuli Venezia Giulia, DOC Isonzo, because sometimes when you have a blend from the winery, it's a little bit international, very round, soft. No, I asked to my brother the typical sensation for the minerality of the acidity, and for this I love it. And the nose, you can feel fruity flowers. You can feel a little bit of vanilla from the tonneau, and it's very complex wine. And you can compare with a nice dinner of fish or white meat. And for me, the temperature of the serving is not like the other wine, around 9, 12, but you can put around 12, 15 degrees, because you need a little, if it's too cold, this is close, because we're speaking about a wine that is 2016, the vintage. So he needs some air before to drink it.
This is the only one blend in your range.
Yes,
Yeah.
only one. Yes. We are more famous for singular vineyard wine, and in this case we would like to use 4 wine that for us is very important, like the Pinot Bianco, that is the wine that my father prefer to drink, Friulano, that is important for the Terroir, Malvasia, that is very important for the our land, and 5% of Traminer, because our Traminer is particular because the soil of is a sand, so it's a very aromatic and with the red rose, and we like to use that. We take our 4 wine that for us was perfect to compare together, and for do something different.
You have a very long, very wide range of wines, and what is your favorite? I mean, personally.
White or red?
One white and one red.
I am not. It's incredible, but I even every year I change. This year, not the last year was Malvasia. I don't love the Sauvignon, but it's incredible because 2 or 3 days ago, my girlfriend asked me, "Why we have a free bottle of Sauvignon?" Because this year I love it. I love it, the Sauvignon. But no, I love the Sauvignon for this year. Normally, I drink the Malvasia, but this year is a Sauvignon. For the red, I love the Pinot Noir.
Could you please tell your personal story? I mean, well, the founder of your winery is your grandfather, yes, as you told.
Yeah.
So, and well, as I know, I think that sometimes, you know, the children don't want to continue the family business after parents. Yes, but why did you decide
Correct.
to continue with one?
I say every time that I'm very happy and thank you to my mother and to my father, because I remember my summer when I was young. For me, for my brother, was a joke to stay with my father and my mother in the vineyards, to plant the vineyards. I have a picture when I was very young, and I helped my father, my mother to put the vineyards, and they give us the passion for the vineyards, and I think that's for this, and it's very important the good relationship that I have with my brother, and so when we need something to do the new we speaking, and he heard my idea because I'm all the time out of the winery for sell the wine to visit the client. So I am in contact with the new situation and what the market asks, and this is very important. But I think that the best things did my father, my brother, my mother, and give us the passion for the wine.
And what about your father, Renzo? He's still on the
Big
winery?
boss. No, he's the big boss.
Ah, big boss.
The big boss. He look everything. He's he look everything, and but it's important because his experience, especially in the vineyards, is very important. In the vineyards, in the winery, and he's the boss. And when we have some question important, I ask to my father what we think because it's important.
What do you like the most in winemaking?
The most interesting is the idea that the winemaking can understand the wine when it is very young, can understand who, which one this wine will be in 10 years. Because my brother, when we do this, he say me, in the next year it will be so. In the new years he changed so, and I'm sure that when it will be 10 years old, it will be there. And this is wonderful because it's very important to do, because sometimes we start to taste the most of, and my brother can just understand which most it will be perfect for the Sauvignon Feudi, perfect for the, and this is incredible. Because when I feel it, I say, okay, it's very good most, wonderful, but I cannot understand which it will be in 3 years, for 2 years, or 6 months.
Could you remember the happiest day in your life?
When is born my baby girl, Ginevra Catleya. In the winery, my best, I remember days when it was me, my father, my mother, no, me, my father, my brother, and we was implanting the new vineyards near here. And when it was the time of lunch, it's arrived my mother with a box with the lunch for all, and we sit down near the sea Isonzo, and we lunch something together, and after this we go to swimming inside the river all together, and this is one of the most nice day that I have from here, from the winery.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Because.
Thank you to you, because for me is I love this, because when I go out to visit the client, I love because I try to give the other people my passion, the passion of my family in the wine, and this is important. In this case, that I cannot come in, that you can give me, you and Wine Discovering, all the staff, give me this opportunity. It was not easy to do here, but I would like to try, because so the people can look our vineyards, and this is important for me. Wow. You do that. Normally I do that. Wow.